Some more of that dramatic video we've seen out of Colorado over the weekend. Debris from an engine failure on a Boeing plane as that debris scattered across the neighborhood. No injuries were reported, incredibly, either on the plane or on the ground. But this morning, Boeing is now recommending dozens of its 777 aircraft be grounded. The planes with these same engines, the Pratt & Whitney engines, and several airlines are already pulling those planes from their fleets. Let's go to Scott Peterson, who's been on this story for us all morning. What's the latest on this, Scott?
Yeah, just to clarify, these are the 777s you mentioned. There's about 1,600 of this particular wide-body aircraft in the air, but this is only the planes with the 4000 series motor, the Pratt & Whitney motor in it, and these have got a hollow fan blade in it, which investigators are suspecting broke off and caused that engine failure. There's 128 of those as of now. Boeing has recommended that they are all being grounded. Here's a statement from Boeing as far as what's happening on the ground, what they're seeing, and what they're doing with the investigators, saying while the National Transportation Safety Board investigation is ongoing, we're recommending suspending operations of the 69 in service and 59 in storage 777s powered by Pratt & Whitney 4000/112 engines, and we are working with the regulators as they take actions while these planes are on the ground, and further investigations are conducted by Pratt & Whitney. And like I mentioned, these airlines, these aircraft in particular, are pretty specific. There's 128 worldwide. We know that United has 24 in the U.S., and that is it for North America. There's 32 in Japan. There's 16 in South Korea, with 6 being in service right there. And I did have calls, we've been talking about this, Heather, with United Airlines in particular, and say this is a model that with the 4000 engine in it, not typically that is en route to Canada. And I also have questions out with the Canada Transportation Agency as far as, is this aircraft ever in Canadian airspace? They acknowledged receipt of the inquiry, but at this point they don't know, so that they're looking at the problem and will get back to me on that. So at this point, it is not a Canadian problem, and at this point, a U.S. problem, and has now been grounded, Heather, in North America.
The very specific Pratt & Whitney engine, Air Canada's, Scott, they have 777s, but they use the General Electric engine, so not part of the situation. So that is important to keep in mind as well.